Alrighty, here we have our Mr. Tobias. Actually, he's Tobias, but we sometimes call him Mr. Tobias. I did a video a couple weeks ago. It was a little tough to hear because of the wind, so I was going to redo this here. And the story with our buddy here. We rescued him about 5 months ago, and he's deaf. He doesn't hear anything. And when we got him, he also had a very bad case of Lyme's disease and some, I believe it was dermatitis under his skin, some pigmentation and what have you. But one of the big things was he was very, very low energy. And we were actually able to take him out. If we were to take him out on a walk, we could actually take him out without a leash. And if anybody knows anything about Cairn Terriers, it's just something you don't do. But he was so low energy. If he saw something, a squirrel or another dog, he really wouldn't even react. Just kind of went about his business and just kind of moseyed along. All right. Now he's got a much more pep to his step and much more high energy. Good boy. There we go, as you can see. Okay, and now we have to have him on a leash, and we couldn't be happier about that fact. He's just a happy little dude here. Now, one other thing that's happened. Now, this all happened maybe 2 to 3 weeks after starting him on the Aqualyte and the Ionyte water that I've been drinking for several months now. I got to a point and said, all right, I know how much this is helping me. Let me give this to the dogs. So and all our dogs drink it now. And it was only about 2 or 3 weeks after that we started seeing this change in him. And the other change that we saw in him is, as I said, he's deaf. All right, Tobias, so he doesn't hear a thing. Okay? But the only thing he does now hear is when our mini schnauzer barks. Like if we're coming in the house and Augie's going nuts barking, this guy now starts crying. He hears something, doesn't know what it is, doesn't know what's going on, but it tells us he never used to do that. Augie used to bark all the time, and nothing's stopping him from barking, that's for sure. Okay, but he would bark all the time, and never a peep out of this guy. It wasn't until about the same time we noticed the energy increase that we started noticing he was also hearing Augie barking. So these products are doing wonders. I knew they were doing stuff with me. You can go on my Facebook, see my videos. I've had tons and tons of great things happen with me and teammates and everything else. But fantastic that it's now doing this for our dogs as well. Like I say, because he was in really rough shape. He had the really bad Lymes and everything else. It was very, like I said, very low energy. And as you can see, he's now got a nice little pep to his step. And he's a happy little camper, and we couldn't be happier. So if you want some